So symbol titles are titles that you would normally see in magazines or a lot of posters, and they rely only on four things: font type, size, color, and position. So we're going to learn how to do those four things. So when you first open Photoshop, you're going to see something that looks like this, although yours might be a little bit more empty than mine. Go up to the little PS icon in the top left and click that. That will bring you to the main workspace. Then you're going to go up to File at the top, go to New, and we're going to create a new file that is 800 by 800 pixels in dimension. Make sure that it's set to pixels and not centimeters, or you'll get an 8-meter poster and your computer will choke. Then you're going to go over to your toolbar on the left and click the T, which is the type tool or text tool. Sometimes it can take a second to load up all the fonts if you have a lot. Then go over to the image window and click somewhere on it. You'll see that there's some Latin text displayed. This is filler text so that you can see what it's going to look like. The text is already highlighted, so any changes we make to this will show up right away. The option bar at the top has most of the changes that we're going to want to make. So let's start by choosing the type of font that we want to use. The very first window lists the font you're currently using. It probably defaults to Arial or Times New Roman. Click that field and you'll get a drop-down menu that will show you all the different fonts you have available. There's a preview on the right, but you can also see the text changing as you select each one. The size option is also one you're going to want to use. You can either use the drop-down menu to select a size, you can type your own size in, or if you put your cursor over top of the two T's there, click and move your mouse side to side, you can actually change the size in real time and see what the effect is. Alright, so far so good. But here's a common problem with the text tool. Let's say that you switch to a different tool. Let's go to the Move tool, which is the little cross icon in the top left, because we want to move our text into the center of the image. Then we go back to our text tool to make more changes, but when we click, it just makes more text. Let's go up to the Cancel icon to get rid of that. How do we get back to adjusting the text we already have? If you look closely at your cursor, you'll see that it usually has a little box around it. When there's a box, that means you're going to be creating new text. When that box disappears, when you hover over text that already exists, that means clicking it will give you a cursor. Once you have that cursor, you can add text or replace text the same way that you would in any word processor. And just like a word processor, the options at the top only affect text that you have highlighted or text that you haven't typed yet. If you want to change text that's already there, you've got to highlight it first. There's an easy and advanced way to choose color for your text. Go up and click the little box on the options bar. That'll open your color picker window. You can then click anywhere inside that window to select that color, and the slider to the right will change the colors that you have access to. Sometimes though, you're going to want to match the exact color of an existing image. Open that image up in Photoshop by going to File, Open, and then clicking on the image you want to load. Now you've got two images open, and clicking the title on the tabs at the top there will switch between them. In order to see both images at the same time, you're going to go up to Window, the top, go to Arrange, and then choose 2-up Vertical. That's going to let you see both images side by side. Then we're going to do the same thing as before. Highlight the word that you want to change the color of, click the little color box in the option bar, and then move your cursor outside the color picker window. You'll see that it turns into a little eyedropper. When you click on any image, it'll select the color that you clicked on, so you can choose the exact color of the text you're trying to duplicate. And when you're happy with the color, click OK, and then hit the check mark to accept your changes.